What is the next best thing? Oh my God. I feel like every single woman in her life or in her business is going to go through at least 100 mini deaths in this lifetime, and you're gonna have to rebirth from it and die from it and grow from it. And that's just how it is. That's how you be big in this life, and this is how you give to the world and you create yumminess in your business and passions and you pour and you rip open your heart just a little bit more. But this episode is for you women who feel like you're restarting, you're rebuilding, you're scaling your life or business, and you're at this path and you're like, my old self cannot come with me. I have to have the answer of what's the next best thing because I have these ideas. I want to grow. I want to scale. I think that this is the best way, but then there's like 20 different options. And like this episode is for you because I swear I'm going through it right now. I have so many women in my life that are going through it, my community, my people, my friends. And I feel like we're just always going to come to these paths because once you get to a certain level, then you have to cross another bridge. And you get to decide what bridge you want to cross, what option you want to pick, what life you want to have. This is like the power of creating and being an entrepreneur and being a woman and being able to pick out what life you want to wear. And I think we put so much pressure on ourselves to pick the best thing, like the good thing, the right thing. But in reality, the right thing could be settling down and having babies. The right thing could be hopping on a plane and selling all your things and flying across a country. The right thing could be burning your business down and restarting. It could be pivoting. It could be selling it. It could be so many things could be right. Okay. And there's no right thing. The right thing is picking what makes you feel alive, not picking what is safe. The right thing is saying, fuck it. I have to rebirth from this. I have to grow from this. I lost my map. I have to create a new map. And if it doesn't work, then I get to pick something else out. Like, if you're a hungry woman like me, you will always crave something new or more options. And I love options. I love to give myself options. I love to make decisions because that means that I am picking out what best fits me. And if I sit here in freeze mode, and if I sit here just waiting for something to happen, the world is going to pick it out for me. The world is going to say, okay, now you have to do this. Okay, now your decision's made here. I would rather pick the wrong, quote unquote, the wrong thing and say, okay, I don't like that next. Okay, I don't like this next. And I would rather pick the thing that makes me feel wildly alive. I want to pick the thing that I love, the thing that gives me passion. And it's going to be the harder way. It's going to be the unconventional way. It's going to be the way that probably no one else in your life is doing. I think the biggest thing for me was I was looking around in my life to see what woman is doing it. I wanted her to do it first. So then that gave me permission that, oh, okay, I can do it because she did it. But then I started to realize that no one's going to do it. It has to be me. It has to be you. No one's gonna do it. You don't need permission. And if you do, look at the other women on Instagram or the women they follow or your mentors or poets or writers or entrepreneurs. They're already doing it. Why do you think that you can't do it when they've done it? You are that woman you've just been telling yourself that you're not. And we can look on Google, we can use Chat GPT, we could ask people what we should be doing, but you already know. You know. And I think that we just stay so busy and so burnt out and so tired trying to chase the next goal when if you really, the secret to this, you guys, if you really want to find the answer to what is the next step, I want you to be in silence. I want you to get outside. I want you to hug a tree. I don't care what it is. I need you to stop being so overstimulated. And I need you to shut off the world and look inward and feel it in your body and your bones because you already know what you need to do. You already know what you really, really want to do and what you crave. And that little voice, it might just be a whisper right now. Okay. But the key thing here is to understand and to realize that if that whisper, if you say yes to that little whisper inside of you, that whisper is going to grow into maybe just a normal, them yourself talking to yourself and then a scream. And then next thing you know what, you're gonna be a fuck yes or a fuck no woman. You're gonna be like, yes, that's for me. No, that's not for me. Yes, that's for me. No, you're not gonna be a maybe girly. You're not gonna be, you're gonna be the black and white. There's no gray, there's no maybes. There's no, well, I'll wait until a better time, or I'll wait until this happens, or I'll wait until X, Y, and Z, or I'll wait until I get the man or the income or the business or the thing. You're just gonna do it. You're just gonna do it. You're gonna be the fuck yes woman. And that is how you're going to be decisive and understand this aligns with me, this doesn't. This is my next best thing. And you don't have to know 10 steps from now. You just have to know the next step. You just have to look inside of you and stop asking people permission to do what you need to do. Stop asking people how to fly when they have not left the ground. If you want to fly and be big and live this juicy, thick, yummy life full of passion and art and entrepreneurship and sales and wealth and creativeness, and you giving yourself permission to do whatever you want, you have to stop looking at the people who are on the ground. They're not flying. They don't want to fly. They're choosing not to. They're asleep. They're playing it safe. I do not know one successful woman, one happy woman, one abundant woman who is playing it safe. I would rather be scared every single day of my life by the decisions I'm making because I feel wildly alive and I feel like I'm growing and that I'm healing and that I'm moving and that I'm doing it than feel safe and feel simple and feel bored. If you want to do the next big thing, the next best thing, you have to know that you're already safe. You just have to make another decision. It's just a decision. And you know what I find so hot and sexy is when people can make decisions. You guys, like, oh my God, isn't that so hot? Like, I think the hottest thing for me is when I find a man that can make a decision. Like, oh my God, and not like a little decision, like, oh my God, you're gonna create that. Oh my God, you made this decision. Like, oh my God, people who can make decisions. Oh, when you can make decisions and you're like, yes, that's for me. No, that's for me. Your business, your life is going to grow 10 times as fast. And if you make the wrong decision, then you just make a new one and you make a better one. And then you get better and better and better. Like the more decisions that you make, the better your decisions are going to get. It's putting in the reps. Okay. You have to do the small step at a time. And the reason why I'm talking about this too is I have to make this decision. And I've never made this kind of decision before. And I feel like that's a lot of us. Like we're stepping into new territory. And I sat here and I looked at my options and I was like, okay, Helena, we could keep things the same and we could play it safe and like simple and like wait. We could wait like we've been doing. Okay. But I'm so sick of waiting. When you have survived so much, when you have gone through so many deaths in this lifetime, when you have done things that no one else has done, there's no waiting. Like you can't wait. When you understand that you get this one wild and precious life, You can't wait for something to happen. You can't wait for that person to come in. You can't wait for the idea to magically fit in your head. You have to go live it. You have to live it to create it. Okay. You have to live life to create something new. You have to live life to write about it. You have to live life to create and to feel it and to be in it. That's the key thing of entrepreneurship. You have to live it. You have to do it. You can't teach it unless you've done it. You can't master it unless you've done it a bajillion times. You don't know until you know, and you might end up hating it. And I made so many decisions I end up hating, but that led me to the better decision. I'm like, oh, wait, that is me. I forgot what I am. I forgot what my little girl inside of me wanted to do. She wanted to write books. She wanted to travel the world. She wanted to have a million different businesses because she doesn't want to be one thing. You can be whatever. That maybe this is your church today. This is your permission. Like Mama Helena is coming in and she's saying, just do it. What are you waiting for? For me, it was a McDuderson to come in and to do this part. And so then I could be this thing. And then, no, I'm already this thing. I've been doing it without them. Like maybe it's choosing love, maybe it's choosing a business, maybe it's just like not being so afraid of the world. Could you imagine if you weren't so afraid of the world? What would you do? What would you do? I went to a coffee shop today and I sat there and I was like, if I was 28 years old and if I had, you know, online business and I had two little weenie dogs and I could do whatever I want in this world, would I be doing exactly what I'm doing now? And I'm like, what would I do? And I wrote it and I wrote every little thing down. And I'm like, oh my God, this is what I would tell her. This is what she would do. And I'm like, I need to do that. That's my answer. You already know it. You're just scared. You're scared of the what ifs. You're scared of what could happen. And I dated this guy talking about McDudersons where he was just so scared. He wasn't fully alive inside. He was scared of the next thing. He couldn't figure out what his next thing is. And it taught me a lot where I can't be around people who don't know what their next thing is. I want to be around people who are trying. I want to be around people who are making decisions that are scary as hell. That's what I want to be around. That's what I crave to be around. The people who are doing things that no one else is doing. The people who don't just speak it, but they're actually doing it. The people who are unconventional and they're breaking norms. The people like you guys. That's why you're here. Surround yourself with the people who make the scary shit feel normal. Be around the people who they help you find keys inside of you. They help you unlock doors, secret doors in you. And be like, oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot who I was. Finding your next best thing is asking and unlearning what you've been conditioned to in this life. And asking yourself, what did that little girl want? What would she do? What would amaze her right now? What would the main character of this story do? Okay. This is the Wild West. You can do anything. It's your rules. It's your life. Don't play by someone else's standards. Don't play by their rules. And don't be afraid. And don't let fear be in the driver's seat. So I want you guys to write down, and these are the key steps to help. Because I'm also that planner where I'm like, I need the strategy, Helena. Okay, we can talk about this and get inspiration, but like, what do I do? And I have a few things. So get out your pen, paper, whatever, journal, pull over, write in your notes app. I don't care what you do. Okay. But this is like my strategy and my secret sauce. Okay. Especially when you're pivoting, when you're burning something, when you're picking out something new, like I don't care what it is. This is what has helped me so many times create something new, sell a business, leave a 10-year toxic relationship, like choose me. This is how I choose me all the time. Okay. Every single day. Um, and especially when it's something big. So first, I need you to silence everything and like spend time alone. I don't care if it's for an hour. I don't care if it's for 30 minutes. Like go outside, go take a walk. You're like a plant. Go get some sunshine, connect with Mother Earth, hug a tree, do some hippie shit, okay? I promise there's a strategy to this. Please go outside. Go get some sunshine, okay? It will reset you. It will get you unstimulated. It will allow you to just try to hear that whisper inside of you if you're feeling like you don't know what the next step is. Okay. Then I want you to write it down and say, this is my next best step. This is what I know. And write everything that you know. Right? This is who I am. Like this is what I know about myself. This is what has worked for me before. This is what I know that I value. Okay. Get so clear with yourself. You are your own best friend. And then I want you to do a detox and burn. This is where the death comes in. Burn the shit that doesn't align with who you are or does not equal and feels icky and feels gross with what you're doing. Get rid of the friends, get rid of the weird shit that you're doing in business that doesn't even work and I don't know why you're still doing it. Get rid of things in your house that you hate, like cleanse, detox, get rid of. Only allow love to touch you, your business, your passions. Okay. Have a higher standard for yourself. You have to do this to make room for the next big thing. Okay. Then you're going to create it. You're going to take the first step to create it, whether that's creating a new website, whether that's writing the first page of a book, whether that's selling all your stuff. Okay. Or whatever it is, that one thing. It could be something small, it could be something big. Just do that one thing. Okay. Take that one next step. Okay. Then I want you to implement it. So once you create it, once you take that first step, then I want you to implement. I want you to talk about it. I want you to sell it. And selling it, you guys are just talking about it. It's just saying, hey, I love this. And it has to come from your heart and your soul. People can feel it if you're not in love with it. And if you're not in love with it, go back to the drawing board. Maybe that's not your thing. Maybe you need something else. What are you so fired up about? What can you speak on? What can you sell? That's your fire. Okay. And create it. Create the book. Okay. Create the job for your newest employee. Create the podcast. Talk about it. Stop worrying about what the cover looks like. Stop worrying about the branding. No one cares. They care about you. Okay. And then implement it. Do it. Actually do it. And like a solid do it, like 110%. You give people in your life that don't deserve 110%, you give it to them. You take that away, detox them, pour all that love back onto you. Whenever I go through a breakup or whenever like I, end a relationship or anything like that, I swear to God, it's like I glow up because all that energy and all that effort I put into them, I throw back on myself. And everything in my life, I lose the weight. I, do the big things because now I'm like, okay, like I was putting all my extra energy into you. Like I was filling my cup, but now it's like an overflow and I'm getting hotter. It's like a glow up. It's like the next level. I'm like, oh, I could love that big. Amazing. I'm gonna love that big with myself now. Oh my God. Like it's just a level up. Like think about the people in your life that you don't need to be pouring energy into right now. Take that back and put it onto yourself. Put it into your business. Use all your energy and turn yourself on through your work, through your business, create the podcast, whatever it is, do it. Be your biggest turn on. Okay. Be sexy, be big. Give it your all. My God. And if it drains you, then it might not be it. I have worked 6 days, 7 days a week, and I have been tired, but it's filled me up. Oh my God, when you're so alive and you're so passionate, when you're choosing you again and again, it doesn't even matter. It's just like a part, it's just my life. And I'm so happy with it because I'm saying yes to me, to that deep inner me, that the one that whisper, the whisper that says, do it, Helena. Listen to your body and scale it. That is how you scale anything in your life or your business. Okay. One, take yourself out, go on a walk, whatever, you're a plant. Okay. Get in sunlight, silence things, take the day off. I don't care what it is. Okay. Write it out. This is what I know. This is who I am. This is what I want. Then take that first step of action. What's that first step that you need to do? Then detox and burn some shit. Alchemize. Okay. Be the main character. What would she do? Who would she get rid of? What supporting characters are not supporting her? Get rid of the people, the things that you hate. Every single level up, you should be cleansing and getting rid of stuff. Okay. Get rid of it. Then create it, implement it, and scale it. And in this age, you have to understand that you are the artist first and then the business owner. You were the artist first and then the mom. You were the creator first, and then you're all these different titles. Okay. You have to understand how to create art and then add strategy to it and then add, whatever you're creating. You are an artist of your life and your business. And this is how you scale. This is how you align. This is how you impact when you're wildly alive and you're making decisions and choosing yes and not being afraid and not shutting down and not being reactive. You choose the wild and the scary, juicy thing always. You choose the passion. You choose the love. Do you know how many people are afraid to love? To me, that's just being afraid to connect with people, being afraid to have more sales, being afraid to love more people and impact and like have that experience. Oh, it's so juicy to love people. And it doesn't have to break you. Oh, it will break you open, but it won't break you. It will break you open so you can love people deeper and love your work deeper and serve more and impact more. Choose the love. Choose the thing that makes no sense, but you would love to do it. Choose the thing where people are like, oh my God, she's crazy, but she's Helena. Of course she's doing that. Of course she's writing another book. Of course she might go live in a van and travel the world. Do it. And you have this one precious life. Do it. Who's stopping you? Nobody. Your excuses, you. Do what makes you feel alive and don't pick the safe thing. I have this poem that I want to read to you before we end. One of my favorite poets, Anne Sexton. It's called The Kiss. My mouth blooms like a cut. I've been wronged all your tedious nights. Nothing but rough elbows in them and delicate boxes of Kleenex calling crybaby, you fool. But today my body was useless. Now it's tearing at its square corners. It's tearing old Mary's garments off knot by knot. And see, now it's shot full of these electric bolts. Zing, a resurrection. Once it was a boat, quite wooden, and with no business, no salt water under it, and in need of some paint. It was no more than a group of boards, but you hoisted her, rigged her. She's been elected. My nerves are turned on. I hear them like musical instruments. Where there was silence, the drums and the strings are incurably playing. You did this. Pure genius at work. Darling, the composer has stepped into the fire. Oh! The composer has stepped into the fire. Oh, girl. You have to step into the fire, baby, and burn the old life, burn the excuses. How would it feel to set your life on fire, to set this world on fire with your passion and with your magic and your medicine and your art and your business and all your things? How would it feel to choose you? How juicy would it feel to be big? Oh my God. How juicy would it feel to be it all, to do it all, to claim that this is your one wild and precious life? What are you gonna do with it? What does alive mean to you? Some prompts for you too. With love, she took steps early. Oh, she is a walking love letter. This is what she looks like. This is what she does. She's a walking love letter. She was wild. I want this on my gravestone. She was wild and devoured the world. Oh. Okay, the last one. Oh, this one might make me cry. What would it look like if you were the strongest woman you know? What would it look like if you were the strongest woman you know? Oh, what decision would you make today? What plan would you have if you knew that you were the strongest woman and that you could bear it all and you can create from it and alchemize it and live in abundance? Oh, and for those of you who have no idea who you are and you need to remember, and I'm here to hold up the mirror and tell you that it's inside of you. You just forgot about her. But she's there and she wants to scale her life and her business and her art. And for those of you who want that and crave that and are ready to learn many different subjects and little things about yourself and business, and just remember, oh my God, remember who you are, remember things and to learn. I have the She Rose collective, and I want to offer you guys 50% off. And this is for the woman who she's ready to burn shit. She's ready to remember. She's ready to scale. And it's writing and it's strategy. And you have a library of juiciness to learn from. And I'll have the link in the show notes. And if you guys are also ready to scale to the next level with your business, strictly with business, and want the strategy for beyond six figures and want to detox your business and to understand what you need to implement to get to that next level, it's me and you, baby, for 2 months inside of She Scales, and I have the wait list ready for you. But I want you guys to know that you can pour it all back into yourself and that you don't have to live someone else's plan. And maybe the next big thing is just giving yourself permission to say, yes, this is my one and precious life.